Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and I hope you are having a great day. Today I have a guest who will explain actually what she's doing as a quantum healer coach, and she will share with us how she works with it and everything. So here we are, Alexandria. How are you, Alexandria, today?
Hi, I'm doing so well. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me, Beverly.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Always good to have a guest who are actually want to share what they're doing to help people. And yes, I would like to know, how did you come to do what you are doing? First of all, can you just share with us who you are?
Mhm. Yeah, so my name is Alexandria. I am a certified holistic coach and intuitive healer. So I work with all things holistics, so anything involving the spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional levels of the person, that's where I work. So we have a well-rounded approach to how we heal, to how we prioritize well-being, and yeah, that's the crux of my work, just everything
Oh,
holistic.
that's wonderful. And how did you come to do that actually?
Yeah, so I feel like my personal healing journey is very intertwined with my professional journey as a holistic coach. So it was through my own personal healing journey that I started just studying different modalities to experience well-being, to experience healing on a spiritual, emotional, mental level. And through my own discoveries and studies, I began to realize that I wanted to work with people in the same way that I was essentially working with myself. I wanted to help other people do the work that I was doing, have that deep healing that I was experiencing myself. And so in 2020, I began doing energy healings and energy readings for people. We've spoken about this a little because I was nudged by Source to start doing those energy healings. And from there, it just grew so organically. I continued following my intuitive guidance, and that led me to holistic coach training, which was a beautifully powerful experience in learning how to hold space for others, in guiding others through the healing process, through connecting with themselves. And it's just been a transformative journey of, as I learn more about myself, I become more equipped to hold space for others to learn more about themselves as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure while you practice actually on yourself, it's easier to teach other and to work on other people as well.
Yes, 100%. I believe that in order for me to assist others in learning and experiencing, I have to be doing the work too. Like I can't just, try to give someone advice or guide someone to do something that I myself haven't integrated and experienced.
Yeah.
And I've found that because I am actually doing the work always consistently, that my relationships with my clients is so much deeper because we're able to resonate with each other on a different level
Okay.
because we have that shared experience. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. And what is actually quantum healing coaching for those who doesn't know about it? How does it work?
Hmm. So the quantum energy sessions that I have are sort of a upgrade to the energy healings that I was doing in 2020. So it's this intuitive combination of channeling, of meditation, of working with spirit guides. So I refer to them as quantum energy sessions because we are approaching the healing for the client from multiple spiritual levels. So a lot of the times when I connect with a client, their spirit guides will come through, or their ancestors will come through, or they just have that direct line to source where source has information that they need for their journey at that moment in time. So we're working in the quantum realms and the spirit realms in order to communicate messages to facilitate healing that they need at that moment in time. So it's it's just a fusion and it's very intuitive. I follow the lead of the ancestors, of the spirit guides, and whatever the client needs is what we do. So I am the facilitator, I am the bridge, if you will, for my client in the spirit realms during a quantum healing or energy session.
Wow, that's wonderful. And how does your client accept of yeah, if I can say, accept the way you say about the guide or the ancestor? Is it easy for them to integrate that?
Mm, that's a good question. I've had so many different client experiences over the years where, sometimes an ancestor or a guide will come through and the client immediately knows who's coming through for them. Like they've felt that person around them for years, and perhaps they just needed a session with me to confirm that that connection was there. And so it's all very intuitive for them. But I've also had client experiences where they're almost surprised by how many guides are around them, how deep their ancestral connections are. So it does take a little bit of diving deeper. So usually when there's like some hesitancy or some resistance, I've found that the guides will communicate something that's very specific to them that kind of helps them understand that like there's something bigger that's present for them and something very resonant that's there for them. So I've had a range of client experiences, but I think at the end of every session, they receive what they're meant to receive. And so what they walk away with is what they were supposed to walk away with and what they were supposed to integrate.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know sometimes when you have some guides with you or some of the client, if the client is doesn't want to believe or something, sometimes they just leave because they say they're not ready to receive the message. I don't know if you had that at least
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, there has at least been one or two times where I've intuitively felt like, okay, they're not fully ready for this experience. They're not fully ready for that communication in that direct line. So there tends to be a pivot whenever that happens. So instead of directly channeling, perhaps we'll pivot to more of an energy healing and we'll focus on that. And so that may feel more comfortable for them. So I try to meet my clients at the level that they're ready to receive at because I don't want to shock anyone or make anyone uncomfortable. And it's a journey, right? Like it unfolds, it's layered. So I intend to meet all of my clients where they are and then gradually expand upon their capacity to experience their guides and experience their ancestors.
I know you like everything about ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
For which reason, I will say, you like to work with them? Is it because they have, I don't know, share with us.
Yeah, that's a great question. I feel like the ancestors chose me before I chose them. I started becoming aware of my own ancestors at the beginning of my spiritual journey, and that connection has just expanded and deepened as I've continued. And when I started working with clients one-on-one, when I got that nudge in 2020, I found that ancestors were the first to come through. So usually whenever I connected with someone, as soon as we opened the session, there was a grandmother, there was a great-great-grandfather that was just so ready to talk and just so excited to be in that space with their descendant. So I really think ancestral work chose me before I consciously chose it. And I've just followed the path. And I believe that there are so many descendants that are on their spiritual journeys right now who their ancestors, they want to assist them. Their ancestors are so ready to help them heal, to help them integrate new levels of consciousness into the bloodline, but also into the collective. And so I believe that the ancestral work that I do is just helping to facilitate that space for their ancestors to integrate that healing and that love and that compassion into the family line where perhaps there wasn't any before.
I agree with you. I know that when I had when I have actually a session for myself, you know, someone else doing, I always have as ancestor, and it's like my grandmother, my grandfather. It's like a party around myself. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I remember the person who did that to me, he told me like, I think it's someone's birthday or something because there is a party with dancing. And it's strange because it was actually my birthday, you know? So I was like, oh my
Oh,
God. You know, the link, I was like, wow. And I said, thank you. Thank you for being, you know, present at that time. So yeah, I believe what you're saying. And like you say, they are really ready to help us with the shift that we are going through and to help us heal also, because there is a lot of healing that we need to do before actually ascending, because we cannot take with us all the negative emotion, the ego, the angry, you know, when we are angry and everything. So they are here, but they are not the only one. There is a lot of people like archangels and so on. So yeah.
yes. Yes, I love that it was essentially a party in the spirit realm for you during your birthday. I think that's so beautiful. And I think it's so resonant with, certain sessions that I've had with clients. Like there's one client that I have, and I tell her all the time that every session with her feels like a conference meeting. Because like just all her guides and all her angels are just there and present and ready to work. And I entirely agree with you. There are so many energies that are present for us at this moment in time for us to tap into, that are just prepared to do the work alongside us. So I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah. And I think also people who come to you or come to me, they can feel, you know, they're not afraid, because like I say again, when I get the treatment, because my master, he always say, you are my first particular person, because everything he does, I feel it. But I have also all the guides that, you know, the guide that I run, but it's so hot in the room, we have to open the window even during the winter. And one time I realized that I couldn't move, you know, I was, I think I was sitting and I couldn't move. And I asked why, you know, why I cannot, because they were still there making their own work and waiting for me to be ready, because I thought I was ready to stand up. But you know, sometimes when you stand up and the work is still be done on your body, you will feel a little bit dizzy or something. So I just wait. And when they were ready, I was able to stand up.
Yeah.
Great experience. I encourage everyone, you know, to do it, for at least for yourself. You know, it's a great healing, and you learn a lot
Yes.
about yourself, your body.
Yes. And to piggyback off of that, I feel like that applies more so to people that are in the healing space. So, like other healers, other coaches, other guides, like you need the healing that you provide to other people. You also need that ancestral spiritual work that you're providing to others, and it's so important. And I realized that this past year when I found my own healer that works with me to the areas that I can't, access myself all the time.
Yeah.
And I know that feeling, that spiritual wooziness almost after a session. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a session with her, I tend to just lay down for the rest of the evening because that's all that I can manage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel just you don't want, because you are in peace also.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
It's a very between the realms state that you're in after a session. So it takes time to just reintegrate back into this realm and back into your body for sure.
Yeah, great. And what kind of service beside the holistic healing that you offer? Is it you have like a different services that you offer?
Yeah, so I'm currently in the process of sort of upgrading and realigning my services. So right now, I'm focused entirely on quantum energy sessions, which is the channeling portion that we talked a little bit about, and then focusing on holistic coaching and breathwork and meditation. So I am soon to be certified as a breathwork and meditation instructor. So I'm starting to incorporate some of those sessions into the services that I offer. So right now, quantum energy sessions and then holistic coaching one-on-one, and then the one-on-one breathwork and meditation sessions. Those are my current offerings,
Okay.
but I am in the process of creating almost a fusion of all three, which will be a very intensive 3-month program that focuses on healing through breathwork, meditation, ancestral healing, and coaching. So I'm very excited to be working on that and excited to soon share that on my platforms and have that available for people to enroll in.
That's wonderful. And you do only one by one. You don't do anything virtual.
Hmm. So I offer one-on-one services, mainly virtual right now. I will be expanding into in-person soon, whenever the timing on that feels right. But I tend to focus on one-on-one work because I feel we're able to go much deeper than in like a group setting, for example. Like I can really focus on that client, focus on their energy, be immersed in the process, in the journey with them.
Mhm.
And yeah, so all of my services right now are virtual and one-on-one. So anyone from anywhere in the world could connect with me and we could work together.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, so I will have you will I will put all the link below the video so people who want to reach you they can reach Alexandria and
Yeah.
yeah, I know about the ancestor and you know all the guide and everything. Yeah,
Yes. Beautiful. Thank
yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Anything that you would like to share with us more about
Hmm.
your work or I think you
Hmm. Let's see. Anything else that I'd like to share? I think I would like to share that the healing journey is a process. I think that with all of the wellness and spiritual and healing content that is becoming more readily available online, that we can sometimes get wrapped up in seeing our healing as a destination. And I am definitely someone that has experienced that illusion many times before, thinking that I was going to get to a certain place in my healing journey where I was done and I had it all figured out. And of course, I'm sure Beverly, as you know, if there's one door that closes, there's another one that
yeah
opens, and there's another layer of healing
yeah
and work and
yeah
processing that to be done. It's a never-ending spiral of healing and evolving and processing. So when it comes to the holistic healing journey, I think the main takeaway that I want people to have from listening to this conversation is that it genuinely is a process, and to give themselves the space, the time to feel what they're feeling, to unpack and learn and relearn and reprogram without a timeline,
yeah
without any specific rules, and to just allow themselves to be carried by source, by their guides, by their ancestors as they do this work, and just know that they'll always arrive to the milestone that they're supposed to be at when they get there, and to just take it one process at a time, one realization at a time, and to just be compassionate with themselves along the way. Yeah.
yes, not be too hard also on themselves and forgive themselves
Mm-hmm.
because and every time you try to heal on something it takes time, you know, it's not like it's not happening. You cannot say okay in 1 month I will be, you know, heal on that one. For some people
Right.
it take years, especially the forgiveness, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy to forgive. And how long
Of
have you
course.
been, yeah, how long have you been doing that?
With
What you,
healing work?
yeah.
So, man, my my personal journey started almost maybe 12, 13 years ago, I started meditating and becoming self-aware at a very young age. So the first time I ever meditated, I was 11. So I'd say that from that moment, like this whole process started, whether I was ready for it or not. And the healing journey it's been tough. I've experienced a lot of mental health problems at different times throughout my development that was so incredibly challenging to simultaneously, be experiencing that while being on the spiritual journey and going through so many stages of reprogramming. I feel like that's been the essence of my healing journey is going within myself to acknowledge what beliefs that I hold about myself and my life that were indoctrinated into me that weren't my own, that needed to be let go of so that I could be the fullest expression of myself, experience the healing, the joy, the love, all the things that I knew that I was deserving of but didn't know how to get.
Okay.
So there's been a lot of relearning, letting go, so much letting go, Beverly. Oh my gosh. and and learning how to receive as well. It's been a long, long journey, which is why I'm so passionate about being the guide and being the assistant for others in doing this work because I know how challenging it is, especially when you're doing it alone. It can feel like you're doing it alone a lot of the time. And so the foundation of my work is being that support system to people as they go through that journey themselves. Yeah.
I'm sure you went through that path for a reason, like, we all do. It was long, so you can, if you have a client who find it long and, it's never ending, you have the tools to help that person actually because some people, it takes lifetime, it's just, before to transit that they realize so many things need to change. Yeah. So that's but that's wonderful what you're doing. I really like and I can see the passion, the joy for doing it. So that's wonderful. That's really wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we are closing already, but I know this is not the end of hearing from you.
No, it's not.
We have plenty of things to do together. So I'm really glad that you came to my channel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and please like the video if you really enjoy our conversation. You can share also the video or subscribe. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Alexandria. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.